Why are you holding on to the past? God forgave and he forgot about the past. So why are you holding on to it? Your past relationships is not your current relationship. The more you hold on to what happened to you in your past relationships and bring it into your current relationships, the more problems you're going to have in that relationship. It's time to let it go. It's time to see who you are now in the present, because you're not that same person. That person that you're with right now is not your past, and they aren't their past. There's someone new with you. You can't speak about who that person was in their previous relationships, just like they can't speak about who you were in your previous relationships. You can only speak about who y'all are together in this current relationship. If you're going to be with that person, you got to let that go. You can't keep saying, well, in my past, this is what happened to me. Or in my past, this is what I did. In my past, this is what I had to do. You can't say, well, in your past, you did this, you did that, and this is who you told me you were in your past. That's irrelevant. Only thing that matters is who you are together in the present, right at this moment. Because only thing you're doing is putting a strain, putting a wedge between you. Because if that person was a whole, wasn't faithful in their old relationship, and you were the same way, you wasn't faithful in your old relationship, or you got cheated on your old relationship, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna think that your person is gonna cheat on you because that's what they did in their past, and that's what happened to you in your past. You gotta let it go. Let it go. Stop being afraid to let go. Stop being afraid to move on. Because why are you afraid to move on? I know that as a woman, we were created from the rib, and we are the rib itself is the bone that doesn't need to be cast up, that will heal itself and go right back into form. It won't heal crooked. It won't heal bent. It will heal the same way it was when we were born. But guess what? That doesn't mean that we aren't supposed to let stuff go. It means that we are strong enough to heal ourselves so we can heal ourselves. It means that no matter what's going on, we can be healed. We might have started out broken, but that doesn't mean we have to end broken. But the question is, why are we afraid to heal ourselves? It's time to heal ourselves. Are we afraid that if we heal ourselves, that somebody is really going to love us the way that we desire to be loved, the way that we've been wanting to be loved, the way that we've been yearning to be loved? Are we afraid that if we say we're healed, that's opening the door to allow somebody to come in and hurt us again? Because these are questions that we must ask ourselves. But we also have to do a self-evaluation. It's not everybody else. Sometimes it's us. And I realized that I know I can heal myself. I know I might have started out a little bent, a little broken, a little frayed. But guess what? I'm not anymore. I'm not. And it's okay not to be broken. It's okay. It is okay to be healed. It's okay to move on from your past. It's okay to let the guard down. Because if we don't let go of the past hurts and pains, guess what we're not going to do? We're not going to let go of that guard. As long as we keep that guard up, guess what's going to happen? We are blocking blessings. We're blocking being loved. We're blocking loving someone. We were not created to be on this world by ourselves. We were created to be with someone. When God told Noah to build that ark, he built that ark and told him to take 2 by 2, male and female. I know today's life has changed. It's not always going to be male and female. It might be male and male. It might be female and female. It doesn't matter. You love who love you, and that's it. It doesn't matter what nobody else says about that. But it didn't say to be by ourselves. When he created Adam, he created Eve. You know why? He said because he needed a helpmate. That helpmate was Eve. We cannot do everything by ourselves. We need someone there to help us. We have to help someone. We are to be loved. We are supposed to be partnered with our spouse, with our loved ones. It has changed a little bit. So don't take my words as I'm saying it has to be traditional, because nothing in 2023 is traditional. You love who love you, because baby, I'm a love who love me. Understand, it doesn't matter what society says. I'm a love who loves me. Trust me, because I love my baby. And it's definitely not what society says, but it's what I say. It's what I feel. It's the way she loves me. It's the way I love her. Understand? But I had to learn And I'm still learning that it's okay to let that guard down. It's okay to acknowledge that, yes, my past was a little jacked up. It was a little tumultuous. I went through a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. But it's not what I'm going through now. It shaped me. It didn't hinder me. It made me better. It didn't break me. It bent me, but it didn't damage me. It taught me the lessons that I needed to learn. It taught me what I needed to be who I am. It taught me and made me walk in who I was meant to be. It made me acknowledge the things that I needed to acknowledge. It made me grow my faith. It made me understand that my faith was important. It made me understand that I had to trust the process and I had to trust God. Understand? It wasn't me that healed me. It wasn't me who made it through, because it was days that I didn't know how I was going to make it through. It was Him. It was the Father who carried me when I couldn't go on. It was the Father who helped me when all I wanted to do was fall down. It was the Father who wrapped His arms around me and comforted me when I felt like no one loved me and I didn't love myself. Okay? So again, I say, it is okay to be healed. It is okay to allow yourself to be healed. God is going to heal you, but you have to want to be healed. Stop walking around saying, oh, I'm healed, I'm going to be healed. You can say that, but if you don't believe it and you don't want it, it's not going to happen. Okay? You have to want it. You can't just say, I believe in Him here, but you're not doing the steps to show that you believe in Him. You can't just say, oh, I have faith, but you're not trusting in your faith and you're not trusting in Him to deliver you from whatever it is you're going through. Okay? Because there is nothing that you cannot be healed from. Okay? And I say that again, there's nothing that you cannot be healed from. It doesn't matter what a doctor say. You can be healed. The healing may not come the way that you want it to be healed, but when you leave this earth, trust me, you are healed. You're not taking that sickness with you. You're going to be somebody different. You'll be reborn. Sometimes that healing, that emotional healing, it comes at the price of rebirth. Change. You can't expect growth, change, and healing with the same old solutions and the same old mindset. You have to change the way you think, the way you react, the way you do things. You have to learn that every action does not require a reaction. You have to learn that every argument doesn't have to be a toxic debate, okay? Because we're going to stop using the word argument and we're going to start calling it a mature discussion, a mature debate. So it doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to be negative. But again, that all comes with healing. Everything comes with a price, okay? If you continue to have that same mindset, that same behavior, you're going to keep getting the same results. So if you're saying you healed, believe you're healed. Walk in that. Trust that He has healed you. Trust that He has healed you. Trust that you're not going to get the same results that you always got. Understand that it's okay to be healed. Understand that it's okay not to be healed. But take the steps to become healed. You want to be happy. Can't be happy until you heal yourself. You can't be happy until you forgive your past. Forgiving your past is a part of healing. Forgiving your past means forgiving the person that hurt you. the person you deem broke you, and it means forgiving yourself. A lot of times we can forgive that person who caused this pain and this hurt more willingly than we can forgive ourselves. But we have to forgive ourselves too, because we hold on to that and we blame ourselves. It was my fault this took place. It was my fault I did that. No, 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 no. And yes, it do take two. But guess what? If you forgave them, you better forgive yourself, because guess who forgave us? God forgave us. Every day we open our eyes, mean God's forgive us. Again, he gave his only begotten son. His only begotten son for our sins, right? For our sins. So that's some unconditional love. We love everybody unconditionally except for ourselves. Except for ourselves. Part of healing is loving yourself unconditionally. Learn to love yourself unconditionally. Learn to forgive yourself. Do that for you, so that way you can move on, move forward, and get everything that God has promised you. Nowhere did he say you was going to live a life of sorrow. That's not what he created us for. But you got to trust him. No, he didn't say we wasn't, he never said that we wasn't going to go through something, because he never said that. We will go through things, but we have to come to him and we have to trust him and have faith in him that he's going to take care of it. So as we going through this healing process, learn to do a lot of meditation, a lot of self-care, a lot of reading, a lot of studying, a lot of praying, a lot of being thankful, a lot of thanking God himself for everything, so that you can heal spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Okay? For myself, when I say my prayers, I'm thanking him for the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the mental growth and healing. Understand? Because he ain't had to do any of that. So these are the things, the areas that we need to make sure we heal ourselves in, because it's a spiritual healing, a mental healing, an emotional healing, a physical healing, and a spiritual, mental, emotional, physical. Gotta make sure you heal yourself. Okay? Emotional and mental is like the hardest ones to do. The physical healing, put some shea butter on it. Put some cocoa butter on it. Put some A&Z ointment on it. Take some Tylenol. It's going to take care of that pain. But the mental healing, the spiritual healing, it's going to take some time. But you got to be willing to work through it. Got to be willing to ask him for help. You got to be willing to pray about it. Got to want it. You got to want it. Again, let me say that again. You have to want it. You need it, but you have to want it. If you ask him for it, you have to want it. He gonna give it to you. But you got to be ready for it as well. Okay? So be ready for it. Understand it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You're not where you were yesterday. You may not be where you want to be today, but you're not where you were yesterday. You're not where you were last year. You're not where you were 2 years ago. You're not where you were 3 years ago. Because, baby, 3 years ago is not where I'm at right now. Healing is not going to happen overnight. It's not. But you got to work through it. You got to work through it. You got to work for it. Trust me, but it's worth it. Just keep working for it. And stop holding on to that past. Stop letting that past mess up your present. It's a part of healing. Let it go. Let it go. If you got to write it down and set it on fire, you let it go. Whatever you got to do to let it go. Start your cleansing. Cleanse your house as a part of your healing. Sometimes you got to send that spirit out of your house too. Open your mouth and speak what you want. The tongue is powerful. Open your mouth and speak what you want. Open your mouth and ask for what you want. You want healing? Ask for healing. Ask him to show you how to heal yourself properly, so you don't go and you don't hurt somebody else the way that you were hurt. Okay? Accept people where they're at. Accept yourself for where you're at. Forgive yourself for your past. Forgive your past traumas. Forgive Everything. Just forgive it. Just because you forgive it, don't mean you have to receive it back. But you have to forgive it in order to move on. That forgiveness is a part of your healing. It's a part of, I have to say that again, it's a part of your healing. It's okay. Forgive. Had to forgive some things. Still forgive some things. It's okay. I needed to forgive those things to move on and to move forward and to glow. Only thing, being angry and holding on to that too, it makes you miserable. It blocks your blessings. It blocks your heart. It doesn't allow anyone to come in to love you the way you want to be loved. It blocks you from loving the way you were created to love and the way you desire to love. So let it go. Heal yourself. You can heal yourself with his help, but you have to want to heal yourself. So ask yourself, why don't I want to heal myself? Sometimes people like being a victim. I'm not claiming being a victim. I'm not going into 2024 being a victim. I'm going into 2024 being healed. Being healed. 2023 gave me everything that I wanted. Almost. Missing one or two things. But it's not the time for it. But I see it. 24 is a year of walking in my purpose, walking in your purpose, a year of showing what it's like to be healed, helping others heal themselves. That's what 24 is going to be. Just know, greater is coming. Just know it's okay to heal yourself. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let the barrier down. Know you're strong enough to heal yourself. Know that you can be healed. Again, know that you can be healed. Okay? You can be healed. Know that you will be healed. Know that it's coming. Know that it's okay to want to be healed. And say, I want to be healed. And then give the list of the reasons why you want to be healed. Because you had to first find out why you didn't want to be healed. It's okay. And once you find it out, then list all the reasons why you need to be healed. Somebody's dependent on you to heal yourselves. Somebody's looking at you. You're an example for them. But you don't want to be an example of what it is to walk around broken, hurt, angry, grumpy. You want to be an example of what it is to be healed, spiritual, highly favored, thankful. That's the example you want to show. Okay? Y'all enjoy the rest of your Saturday.